Hello and welcome to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I'm Jeff, and today we're going to continue building the Hogwarts Collectors Edition Lego set number 76435. This is a very large set, and this is so that I can do the review on the new Orient Express, which I've built and actually have tested out a little bit. Anyway, that's getting beyond the scope of this video. I've done a couple of live streams late night on this because, well, my sleep schedule's off, so I might as well make use of the time, right? So this is as far as we've gotten, bags 1 through 15, which includes the track. The track is brick built, and it is, I think, 5 bags. And let me double check that. No, the track is 8 bags. So it's half of the bags that I've done so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside so that we can get started. I think the next thing we're building is the coal tender, and yes, it is. So let me go ahead and set this aside and switch cameras, and we'll be right back. Hello, Greg. How you doing?
Oh, nothing much. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Let me just switch cameras here. All right, here we go. So you took a trip recently. How'd that go?
Good.
And I assume that was family you went to go visit?
Yep.
All right. Aunts, uncles, cousins, all the above?
Uncle and a new aunt and uncle and
Okay.
and a new cousin,
Oh, new cousin. How old?
1 year old.
All right. And Brett's Build says hello, and hello to you, Brett. Good to see you. How you been, my friend?
Before the trip, my GWP got arrived.
I'm sorry, I had trouble hearing you on that.
Before my trip, my GWP arrived.
Oh, which one?
The Galileo.
Here, let me blow you up here so you can be seen. Oh, no. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry, Greg. There we go. Cool. So you built it already. Awesome. I have not had time to build mine. It does look pretty cool. Let's see.
From a pre-order I did from a month ago.
Okay. Yeah, I got mine, I think, from doing the Natural History Museum, I think it was. And I already built that and did a review on that. If you didn't go see it, please go back. And if you would, hit the like button for me. I'd appreciate that. And let's see. I've got to make sure I get this right. So that's 5 holes in between. Okay.
I pre-ordered the ornithopter to get it.
Okay. Well, today is a special day. It's a special day because it's Mrs. Chip and mine 27th anniversary together. So
congratulations.
Thank you. And John says, hello, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, John. Been there, done that, and shared. I appreciate that, John. You've always been a good supporter of the channel, and I appreciate that. And so is Greg and others. Forgive me if I don't mention all the names.
You know, there's 4 rings in the relationship.
Okay, this sounds interesting already.
There's a promise ring, there's an engagement ring, there's a wedding ring, and there's a suffer ring.
Well, I will say that I haven't had too much of the last one. A little bit here and there, but And actually, I won't mention. Well, how do I say this? I went to dinner with some friends yesterday, and they've been married about 7 years, and we were talking about marriage and relationships yesterday, and uh, a marriage relationship takes a lot to make it work. And unfortunately, not all of them do work out. I've got plenty of friends that it has not worked out, and I think it's heartbreaking. But on the other hand, just what it is, I guess. Anyway, I did print off a bunch of jokes, and they're all Christmas related. So I will be getting to those. And John, I know your situation, and sorry for what happened. And believe me, I've had quite a few friends. 2 friends named Ben that are divorced, a friend Mark that's divorced, a friend Scott that's divorced. I've got a lot of friends that are divorced, and 2 of my sisters are. So I get it. I do.
My parents are divorced since I was in 3rd grade.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. So you were what, about 8 or 9?
Around there.
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty rough, man. And just being completely honest, there's been times that the relationship I've had has been rough. We've had years where I wasn't sure we were going to make it, but in the end, we've pulled through. So that's a good thing,
You been to Kansas before?
Yes, I have. All 400 flat miles of it. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's not that big, and it's not. Well, it is flat. Is that where you went for your vacation?
Yep.
Okay.
We went to Ottawa.
Oh. Okay.
Outside of Kansas City.
Yeah. I think. Is that right along? No, that's not along 40, is it? No, I don't think it is. When Spencer and I went back east, we took 40 for the majority of it. I never want to do that trip again. That was way too long.
You're flying.
What's that?
You're flying next time.
Yeah, I don't mind doing flying, but driving, no. That cured me of all my curiosity of what it's like to drive there. Feels like working some sort of coupling here. So I have been working on a lot of different things. Again, I think most of you guys know that I'm not working now. I was laid off, and I thought I would have more spare time. And I mean, I'm sure I will in a couple weeks, but what's basically happened is everything that I've put off because, I can't get it done during work hours and that kind of thing. Well, that's kind of catching up to me. And I've been more busy, it seems like, than I was with a job. I'm hoping that after I get many of these things taken care of, that will change. And, that's funny. I messed that up. I got to go back and fix that. Your favorite part, John? I'm having to redo stuff. All right. Let's see. I totally messed this up. I got to fix it up. Take a train. It's a fun time. Yeah, I've never, I admit, I've never been on a long distance train like that. My oldest sister, when she first got divorced, she used to send her kids to their dad from Utah to California that way. And she swears by it. She says it's great too. I just never done it. Have you done long distance train like Amtrak, Greg?
No, but I saw an Amtrak train at Union Station.
You have to get a roomette. Yeah, is the roomette the one with an actual with an actual bed in it, because I know I've heard that there's some that don't. You basically have to sleep in a chair if you don't. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know a lot about it. So, John, if you got a few more details than I do, I'd appreciate it, because I don't really know. Okay. I am eager to get this done, because I've had the what do you call that?
Orient Express.
Yeah, I've had that done since the day I bought it. I went straight to that children's museum. I went there opening day, got it, and then I went to the children's museum, and we had a corner of a table that wasn't being used, and I just pulled up a chair and opened the box and started building it. So
yeah,
it's been done since December 1st, and now here it is on December 7th, so almost a week later. Let's see. I went from Virginia to Florida and had my own room. Okay, cool. It's a bunk bed, fold down, very tight quarters. I got good sleep, though. I was able to use my CPAP. Okay, well, that's exactly what I'm looking for, because I'm on a BiPAP, which is similar to a CPAP, and I don't sleep unless I have that. So I would not be able to sleep like in a chair. That would not be kosher for me. Oh, you know what? I missed some pieces. All right. Well, I'm going to have to exit the screen just for a second. So my equipment's not quite working right. So let me switch over to check something real quick. All right. Sometimes not all the settings like to work properly. All right, but I think we're good now. Yeah, for the auto train, it was about $400. Okay, so it's similar in price to a plane ticket then. And John says, nice to see you, Greg, back after all this long pause. Yeah, it is good to see all of you. And hopefully things will kind of calm down here so that I can do more of these live streams.
I'm ready for February 1st.
Oh, what's February 1st?
Start of my Lego season.
Okay. And so it sounds like you're mentioning it now. You must be looking forward to it.
That's when the Ornithopter comes out.
Oh, okay.
That Dune set.
Yeah, the Dune. What do they call that? The Dune. It's not a helicopter. It's a
Ornithopter.
Yeah. All right. Is that one that's on your list to get?
It's already pre-ordered though.
Oh, okay.
And a month later, the new Speed Champions comes out.
No, that's a good. I like that series, and I own most of those, so I will. I think I saw, what was it, 4 coming out?
There's one hadn't been revealed yet.
Okay, so is there 5 then?
There's the BMW 2-pack. There's the Mustang Dark Horse, and there's the Audi S1 e-tron Quattro. That's the 3 have been revealed yet.
Okay. Well, I look forward to getting all of those. I have been adding a lot of parts to my Bricklink store because without a job, that is my sole source of income for doing stuff like this right now. All right, so we got bag 16 done. Let's slide over the pieces to bag 17 here. There are 20 minifigures with this set, so yeah. Let's see, I think I took the other figures over there. All right, so I told you I printed off Christmas jokes, so I got to throw one out there. Why didn't Rudolph make the honor roll in school this term? The answer is because he went down in history. John says, yeah, but you can take a lot more luggage. No, that's cool. Actually, my son Spencer, he's back east right now visiting his friends that he just moved from. And the airline that we were on wanted to charge him $50 just for one bag each direction, so $100. And I told Spencer, I said, it's not worth it, man, because I have a shipping discount with my Bricklink store because I have a stamps.com account. It was cheaper for Spencer to send a large flat rate box. And they've got a flat rate box that is meant for board games, so it's a little bit longer and has a little bit more than a regular flat rate box, but it's the same price. And that was, with my discount, it was 18 something to send it one way. And so for a total of $36, he was able to send what clothes he needed to North Carolina instead of paying $100. We had to send it a few days before he was going, but I mean, he's got enough clothes he could do that, so it worked out. And John says, I got a lot more physical media this week. All right, yeah. So John likes to collect the different older movies in the steel cases, if I remember right. And he says, got the Titanic Collectors Edition 4K. It cost me $130. It's a nice set. Young Guns, Fast and the Furious, Stand By Me, and the Odd Couple TV series. You know something, John? Those are some really good ones. I like Young Guns. It's been a long time since I've seen that. Those are classics. The Fast and the Furious, I actually have, I think, 1 through 8 on DVD. And I think that's a great series. I mean, they defy all logic, and their stunts defy gravity and physics and everything else, but we don't need to talk about all that.
I want to go see Godzilla -1.
Godzilla -1? When's that coming out?
It's already out.
Okay. All right. Well, let me know what you think of it, man, when you see it. And John says, "Go see it. I've heard great things about this." Oh, that's cool, man. So you got to vote for it right there. Okay. Well, do you know which reindeer always needs to be disciplined?
Which one?
Rude off. I know it's a bad joke, but that's all I got. I am working on City. So I went down to Bunkster's Bricks yesterday, and that's down in Ogden. It's about roughly about an hour away from me. About an hour and 20. Anyway, went down there, and we traded a few things. She wanted some gifts with purchases, and I wanted some tiles, some of the trans light blue tiles for my ocean. for my city, and so we did a straight trade across. And she also traded me 2 cups. She does something similar to Legos Pick-a-Brick, and she traded me also. I gave her 2 gifts with purchases, and she gave me the tiles, and she gave me 2 cups. So I thought that was a pretty decent trade for the both of us. And I ended up buying another 6 cups worth of pieces because she had a lot of good stuff. I mean, I'm talking really good stuff this time. So mostly tiles, some Technic brick, some plates, the whole 9 yards. So I've got some good pieces for the city coming up. And then I didn't reveal this yet, so I'll reveal it here. I went to the Lego Pick-a-Brick wall in Farmington last week, was it? And what I was able to get was some 1x4 dark bluish gray tiles. And so I'm going to use the light in a little strip, maybe about 2 or 3 inches in the front towards the beach. And then as it gets deeper, I'm going to use the darker tiles. So that's kind of the idea. And I need to shoot a video for that. I need to work on the city. I admit I have not. I've been running so many different places. It's not even funny how busy I've been. Like I said, I thought without a job that things would be less crazy. But boy, was I wrong. Let me tell you.
Hey, the Muppets got together for Thanksgiving. Guess who wasn't there?
Who?
Big Bird. Guess where he was at?
He was probably dinner. And John says, winter baseball meetings have been happening. I'm paying attention to a few of the trades. All right. Well, I admit, man, it's been years since I watched the trades. I think it was 1994 when they had the strike going on. That was I guess that was the best way to put it. That's what kind of turned me off on baseball, because back then, you're getting paid a couple $1 million and you think that's not enough. That's what killed it for me. But yeah, I used to be an Oakland A's fan. In fact, I lived 45 minutes from the Oakland A's stadium, and I've been to many games in my life. But that was when I lived in California. I left California in 96, I think it was. Well, the first time I left there was 92, 93. And then I went back for a little bit, and then I ended up leaving for good in 96 and never looked back. And I don't miss California too much. I miss the weather, but I don't miss all the crap that's going on.
Now it's the Las Vegas A's now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, you can start doing premieres of your excursions to Lego stores. And I probably should, John, because I admit I watch my competitors, and there's a couple competitors that do it. Because I'm not an official Lego sponsored channel, I can't film in a store, but I can film elsewhere, like outside the store right before I walk in, and right as I go out of the store I can. And that'd probably be interesting, especially seeing the gifts with purchases and all that stuff. So yeah, we'll see. I am still acquiring the Avengers Towers for the 1,000 subscribers challenge, and I have 7 Avengers Towers sitting over here. And part of my problem is I'm out of those little drawers that I store them in because I bought so much inventory. So hopefully I'll sell some inventory fast, and I'll have some drawers that I can organize those, and I can get started on the that challenge. It's going to be similar to Daily Bugle, but different. They had a strike a year ago. Okay, well, I didn't know baseball had yet another strike. Like I said, I quit watching them. I just think it's silly that, don't get me wrong, they're good at what they do. They really are. But I think it's silly that you swing with a stick at a ball, you hit it, and you want to get paid multi-million dollars. I'm sorry, I think their perception of reality is off a little bit. Because I think of like Babe Ruth, that if you were to take his contract, even adjusted for inflation over time, it's not even near what they pay baseball players now. So, yeah, I think they've gotten they've lost sight of what's important, is what I'm trying to say. And let's see, what is my opinion of the movie Moneyball? I don't have one. Haven't seen it. I'll be honest. And okay, sorry. One of my things is just one of my settings just seems like it's not really working. It keeps like going off, so I gotta kind of watch that. Okay, what did I do wrong? Let's fix that. Oh, that didn't fix it at all. That made it worse.
Kiss officially retired.
They did.
Yep.
Actually, I like their music. Do you know why?
No, they just want to retire.
They're just getting old.
Yep.
I mean, they have been around for a long, long time. So, I mean, I don't think that's really a surprise. But, I mean, nah. Oh, boy. Something is... Oh, it's me that's not right. Don't worry about it.
Hey, who's your favorite character in Sanford's Son?
You know, it has been so long since I've watched that. I don't remember their names. I do like the dad.
Fred.
I liked how he viewed the world and just how brutally honest or blunt he could be about the world and what he felt about it. I have seen those spoofs where they've got Donald Trump and Nancy Pelosi, and they basically take the father's head and they stick Trump's head on there. And then, anyway, I don't know if you've seen those, Greg. Have you seen those?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't mean to make this political, but I do find them funny. Of course, I'm the kind of guy who makes fun of both sides because if I had to admit, I would say I lean conservatively, but I'm kind of in the middle too, because it depends on the issue. I don't allow any party to dictate how I should feel about something. I will think about an issue for myself, and I'll decide myself on what I think is best, not based off what some party leader says I should feel. So that's why I feel like I'm in the middle, because on some issues, I feel like the conservatives have it 100% right. And on other issues, I think the liberals have it 100% right. So I'm kind of right down the middle. And that's why I find jokes about both sides funny, because I'm not stuck to either side, and I don't feel like one side's completely wrong and the other one's completely right, or vice versa. I just don't feel that way. So, and not only that, I grew up in an era where, I mean, John will understand this too. I mean, everything got made fun of. I don't care what it was, it got made fun of. And people just weren't as sensitive about it. And, well, if you thought that whatever you belonged to was not made fun of, just be patient. Someone would get to your group soon and make fun of it. And that's how we grew up. And people just seemed to have thicker skin back then. So here's the coal tender car coming together. And John says, I follow the news through the YouTube channel. Okay, all right. And you know something, John? I tend to get my news from weird sources nowadays too, because, well, I see weird because when I was a kid, it used to be the 5 o'clock news. Now it's, my TV's not even hooked up to an antenna. My TV is strictly DVDs and movies, and that's it. And it has a Nintendo, an old Nintendo connected to it. So I get most of my news from just like I see stuff like on Facebook sometimes, and then I'll be like, really? And then I go check, like I go Google that story to find out, from the major, anywhere from CNN to Fox. And again, because I don't just tie myself to one party, I go by how I feel about things. I don't just watch one news channel either. I try to watch different ones to get different views, because obviously there's some that favor one party over the other, and I'm not for that. I want to know what's really going on, so I do watch different sources. But yeah, a lot of times I see it first, like on Twitter or Facebook, and then I go and do a Google search to find the article and read up on it and try to stay informed that way. And Moneyball, I'm more of a libertarian. And, John, I would say I am too, because I want less government in just about everything. I think that most people are smart enough to make decisions on their own and should have the freedom to make the decisions on their own. But again, I'm not the kind of person that is so stuck on my ideas that if somebody feels different than me, that I can't be their friend or I can't talk to them. That to me is silliness. Diversity is what makes the world go around, really, because if we were all doctors, well, then we wouldn't have food because we wouldn't have farmers. So, this world needs diverse opinions and diverse people, because if we were all the same, we wouldn't survive. So I actually encourage different opinions and that kind of stuff. No way am I stuck on things have to be my way or the highway. I think that's just crazy thinking.
Yep.
And I'm not going to even mention names, but some people would probably be surprised if they learned that I have family members that are, and I know I'm going to offend people just by using the term that I'm going to say, but whatever. I've got family members that are homosexual, and I've got ones that are transgender, and I love them the same. They're family. I just don't think that things need to be all one way or the other. So anyway, sorry about that. I'll get off of that. But that is how I feel about it. I think diversity is a beautiful thing. You don't eat the same thing for dinner every night, do you? You like diversity there. We all do. So
diversity is tasty.
It is. Variety is a spice of life, is what they used to say. Nowadays, people think that their way is the spice of life.
It's like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get.
Oh, you're right about that.
You know what I mean?
I sure do. That's Forrest Gump. Right there. And that is one thing that I tease Mrs. Chip about. Her first name is Jenny. And I like to do the Forrest Gump Jenny. I think it irritates her, but whatever. I'm going to keep doing it. I've been married to her for 27 years today, and she ain't left me yet over it, so I don't think she's going to leave me over it. And if that's her reason for leaving me, that's pretty petty. So, let's see.
How's your other kids doing?
Oh, my kids are doing great, man. I spoke to my oldest daughter, Jessica, yesterday, just probably about a 20-minute conversation. She's still working the same place she was at, and I'm not going to mention it because trying to keep a little bit of privacy there for her, but she's been at the same job for a while now, and seems like things are working out just fine for her. My other daughter, Natalie, the one that has a couple kids, she just got a promotion at her job, so she's going from working on the line with computers, or robots, I should say, to she's going to be a manager. So proud of her. Congratulations, Natalie. And I'm the kind of father that will help my kids if they ask for it. I don't butt myself in their business. And Natalie contacted me, and she says, "Yeah, Dad, I know you used to do interviews," and I did for 2 different companies I've worked for. I've been been the interviewer for jobs, and so I know a thing or two about interviews. And she came to me and says, "Can we go over some questions that you think that is likely that I'm going to face?" And so we did, and had a pretty good, productive conversation. And it was funny. She called me right after the interview, and she's like, "Dad, some of those questions you said, that's what they asked me." So I felt like I did a really good job at helping her out on that. And yeah, it helps to see that I am not doing the right things I'm talking. But Natalie, she did get the job, like I said. So that's the best part right there, is that my advice actually helped her. So let's see, Amanda. Amanda is busy. She switched jobs recently, same company, just different position. And sometimes she helps me with sorting Lego for my store. I'm kind of maxed out on that because I just bought a bunch of inventory and listed it. So she's not really doing that for me right now, but in the future she will be, I'm sure. I mentioned Spencer. He's back east and he's doing his thing, visiting with friends. I'm sure he's creating general mayhem. Why do I say that? Because I just like how it sounds. Mainly, isn't that State Farm or no? What insurance company is that with the guy Mayhem? I just like how it sounds. He's probably not doing anything at all, just to hang out with friends, probably. And let's see, don't follow diversity the way Disney is doing it. John, I understand where you're coming from, man.
And don't think about those grand cats either.
Oh, yeah, well, I do have a couple of those. Grandkids are doing well. Grandcats, but I'll mention the grandkids first. Grandkids are doing well. My one granddaughter will be coming home soon to her mom. She's been on an extended visit to her dad's. I've missed her because for some reason, whenever she's at her dad's, I don't know, man, he just doesn't make it a priority for me to talk to her. And so it's really hard for me to get a hold of her. And something went terribly wrong here. What the heck was that? Max? Sorry, man. I just heard a really weird noise coming from Max.
He's Mad Max now.
Mad Cat is Max, probably. For those who don't know, Max is my larger-than-life cat who is about 20 pounds. But and he's actually Spencer's cat. But anyway, the thing is with Max is that I took him to the vet, and they said he's got to lose weight. And one of Spencer's not strong suits is telling Max no. And I have no problems telling Max no. And so I've been doing what the vet said. I've been measuring his food for his appropriate weight. And he is slowly losing that weight. And he's very unhappy with me because he's not getting near as much food as he used to.
He wanted to be a Garfield wannabe.
Yeah, he is a Garfield wannabe, that's for sure. I do have other cats. Another thing is that when my son's here, he has a soft spot for the cats. And the ones that are supposed to be the field mice chasers, he's let in the house. They've gotten too comfortable. And since Spencer's been gone, those cats have been outside and they do not come in. I do not let them in. And I do see some comments here. Let me catch up. I want pure diversity through ability thought. And I agree. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Look how baseball players are picked. Pitchers from Japan, while white Americans all works life and ability market. And yeah, I mean, yes, there's diversity right there. This is what it sounds like you're talking about. And what about the one who wants to fly? That's Natalie. Natalie, I haven't heard an official word from her, but I don't think she's going to be doing the military route because she went to basic training and unfortunately she broke her femur. And I think that's why she ended up going for that manager's position where she's working at. So that way she can get better pay that way. Because, once you break a bone, anybody who's done that knows that it's weak afterwards. And so the military is willing to take her in because they did help pay for her education. However, because she was injured in basic, if she does not continue with the military, she does not owe the money back. So, because it was a serious injury, it wasn't like she had a paper cut. I mean, breaking your femur is very serious. So, because of that, they've given her a way out without having to pay the money back. So, I'm not sure what she's going to do. I don't have an official answer from her. But I'm just saying, with her getting this other job, it looks as if that's the route she's trying to go. And I support her no matter what she wants to do. If my daughter still wants to be a pilot in the Marines, my goodness, get behind the controls and learn how to do it. But if she just wants to settle down a family life in North Carolina and continue that and work as a manager, I'm okay with that too. I don't get involved like that in my kids' life. I let them make the choices they feel are best. Since they're the ones that have to live with whatever choice is made, I'm just gonna. But I'm here if they need to talk. If they need advice, I'm here for
And your grandcats?
Well, that would be Buddy and Tux, and they're the ones that I've thrown outside.
Pumpkin, Luna.
What's that?
Pumpkin, Luna.
Oh, well, Pumpkin. I don't know what Pumpkin was doing yesterday, but when I was talking to my daughter was occasionally yelling at Pumpkin. So I think Pumpkin was just being a general pain in the butt. I don't know, though. I mean, cats have a tendency to do that. Oh, let's see. Now we got to do the wheels 3 times. And Luna, I haven't seen Luna for a while. Of course, I haven't been to see Amanda for a while. So I wanted to see her yesterday, but what I did took way longer than I thought, and I ended up being gone. I didn't pull into my house until a little after midnight, just as an idea of how long I was gone.
They love giving you hell.
Oh, obviously. I'm pretty used to it. I mean, life is life, man. Okay, this does not spin very well. Maybe that's why they never motorized it. Oh, and you know what? That's why it doesn't spin very well, because I didn't leave them much room. I forgot a piece. I'll bet you it'll spin a lot better with the right pieces on here. Yep, look at that. Have you seen the movies Police Academy, Greg?
Yeah.
I love those movies. I'm sorry. I know they're some parts of them are politically incorrect these days, but I like those movies. In fact, I watched part of one today. I think it was Police Academy 2. You remember what's that?
You know, Bubba Wallace is from my town.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Bubba Wallace. He was a football player, and then he played Hightower in Police Academy. And what's his name? Tackleberry, the gun nut. He's from Ohio, not far from where I lived in Ohio when I lived there. But I don't know if you knew, Tackleberry's actually already passed away.
Same with Bubba
Yeah.
In Police Academy.
Yeah. Didn't he pass away? Bubba Wallace just passed away not too long ago, actually. I think it was in the last year or two.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Oh, Bubba Smith.
Yeah, Bubba Smith. Yeah.
He's from Orange, Texas, same as me. He played for the Houston Oilers, Las Vegas Raiders, and Baltimore Colts, and Michigan State Spartans.
Okay. Well, I always liked how in real life, he was a pretty tough guy doing the football stuff. And I loved how in Police Academy, they made him a florist. It's quite a contrast of characters there. Oh, boy. Oh, shoot. I'm building that wrong. I thought it said ×2. It did not say ×2. Well, I better watch what I'm doing. All right, time for another joke. Which of Santa's reindeer loved to party?
Is it Prancer?
Close. It was Dancer.
Dancer.
I didn't say those jokes were funny. I mean, I find them funny because I got a weird sense of humor, but yeah. Oh, so I got to do 4 of these next ones. Oh, okay, I got to cover all the wheels. All right. Well, I mean, I'm enjoying putting this set together, especially because I bought this thing quite a long time ago. I just have not had the time to put it together. But the Orient Express coming out, I want to compare the two, so it gave me the motivation and to find the time to get this done. And the coal tender car is complete. Let me turn it over so y'all can see this. And let's see, what bag is this? We got through bag 19 out of 45. So got a long ways to go. I am going to go ahead and keep going tonight. I'm not going to just stop here. I don't know how much further I'm going to go, to be honest, but I am going to take it further. We've been going only 48 minutes. My last live stream was a little over 2 hours. So, but that was late night and I couldn't sleep. So I was just going until I was tired. Tonight I am tired right now. That's why I'm drinking one of these.
You know, John Creighton was born in Orange?
No. About the only thing I know is that the town that I live in, Malad, there is only one person who's famous who ever lived here, and that was like the 27th governor of Idaho, who I don't even know who he was, so he wasn't famous to me. But I only have a town of 2,000 people, so there we go. There's Harry Potter himself with his glasses are all messed up. How big is Orange, man?
It's not that big. Uh, it's,
Okay.
it's the easternmost town of Texas.
Okay. So this one wanted me to open 2 bags at the same time. So
Oh, I want to move to Kansas, so that's nice and peaceful and clean up there.
what? I mean, I know you have family there, but what else draws you to Kansas?
Nice and peaceful, and it's clean.
Yeah. You know, that's what drew me here. Oh, there's 5 now, John. That's what drew me to this small town was the fact that there's only 2,000 people, and it is so peaceful here. Once in a while, I will hear a loud car engine, but it isn't too often because I don't live. I live off of a state highway, but I'm a couple hundred feet away from it. So it has to be really, really loud before I hear it. And most of the time, I have to be outside in order to hear it. If I'm in the house, most of the time, I don't hear anything. And I used to hear cows because my next door neighbor had some, but he got rid of almost all of them. And so I don't even hear the cows at 5 o'clock, 5:30 when they want to get fed anymore. And the other thing I like about living out here in the country is that there are no street lights. And so if you want to go outside and stargaze, you can actually see the stars because there's no hue from the street lamps that are blocking the view and disrupting that. So it's just really beautiful. And the interstate, I can see the interstate from my house, but it is over about 1.5 miles away, and it's up on the bench of the mountain. So I never hear the freeway.
I didn't know this.
What's that?
Bobby Kimball was born here.
I heard Kimball. I didn't hear the first name.
Bobby.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is. Who's Bobby Kimball?
He's a singer.
Oh, okay.
Also, Danielle Panabaker's sister was born here.
And John says, I've decided to keep some of my HO trains. I have some engines that I don't want to get rid of. Well, that's awesome, my friend. And I think you know this. My dad collects HO scale trains, and he's powered up some of his with the electronics now that they can be controlled by a remote control little thing. And he's got one that blows, I think it's just water, but it's in the form of like smoke out the top. My dad's really into them, John. I wished he was on here so he could speak for it because I don't really know a whole lot about it, to be honest, other than what I see at the shows and stuff. But yeah, that's a cool hobby, though.
The Union Station in Kansas City has a nice train display.
Okay. What scale? Do you know what scale it is?
It's your regular model train. It's motorized though.
Okay. And John says, put those around the tree. This is some old school stuff. Sorry, John, I got to edit that. Okay. Well, I'm really hoping to make, I think we are making good progress on this, first of all, but I hope to make really good progress on this tonight because, again, I want to get that review of the Orient Express in. And this is what's holding me back, is this set right here. I dug up my Emerald Express, the green steam train from, I don't remember what year, but a bygone era. I got that one. I started one time making an extra passenger car on it, but the windows were buck something a piece on that, so I did not finish that. I could still probably make a baggage car though, because those don't have windows, and it's mostly tan and brown colors, and those are pretty common anymore. So I might still be able to do a baggage car now I think about it. Steve, I still have the Lionel 027 gauge set that I received on my 5th birthday in 1967. It's a bit rough, but it runs. You know something, Steve? If you live closer, my dad likes to refurbish old model trains, and he's refurbished quite a few. He knows how to get them things running good again. So I think he said the most common problem is that the lubricant, if left on there for a long time, tends to gum up, and he knows how to clean them up and then relubricate the gears and stuff, or motors, or whatever it is. So, okay. I want to put them under my tree. Well, do you think Rue would be okay with that, or do you think she would interfere with that? I know if I had a train on the floor, Max would go after it. And for those who are just joining or have joined in the last 30 minutes or so, I just want a quick reminder that I am still working on obtaining the Avengers Tower for the 1,000 subscriber challenge. And the idea is, I think I might just go with 8, maybe 10 Avengers Towers. I don't know. We'll have to see, because I'm not quite sure. But I'm going to build a large Avengers Tower just like I did with the Daily Bugle. And the Quinjet that I have has to fit on the landing pad. That's the only thing that I have. So you're not exactly around the corner from me, Detroit, Michigan. Yeah. But if you were, though, I know he'd do it. Yeah. My dad's a good man. He likes promoting the hobby of model railroading. In fact, he was the president of the National Model Railroad Association Northern Utah Division for several years. He's now, I think he's just a treasurer now. I don't think he's the president anymore. But my dad's also like 79 now, so. I think he wants to be stepping away from being more of just a participant in the shows than being the organizer and all that stuff, because that takes a toll on him. All right, so we got to go. Oh, we got to go all the way down to there with that. Okay, I got a bunch of these to throw on, guys. You know something, Steve? I was watching Graham Stephan last night. His channel. If you guys don't know who he is, he's a real estate agent based in Las Vegas, and he does like a financial channel, and I like listening to his stuff. Anyway, he did a video yesterday, and I caught it on the way home, and he was saying that Detroit, Michigan, and San Diego are the two housing markets that are hot right now.
So, any plans for the week?
So tomorrow it's supposed to be a little bit warmer here in the 40s, which I'm grateful for because it has been colder than a witch's something on the South Pole. But anyway, it's supposed to be a little bit warmer tomorrow, and I think I'm going to go out to the shop during daylight hours, and I'm going to go ahead and film a video for City Update. I need to do it anyway. I haven't been as consistent as I want to be, but now that I'm not working, I should be able to be a little more consistent on that. So I'd like to do that video tomorrow. Maybe even film the rest of my advent calendars tomorrow. I'm several days ahead, but I'm not done yet. On Saturday, I'm going next door to help my neighbors, the one that used to have the cows. That's one thing I do like about living in a small community is that we all just kind of help each other out. So I'll be over there probably for a couple hours getting some stuff done. So yeah, I'll be doing that. Let's see, what else am I going to be doing? Sunday, I haven't decided, man. In a way, I've been wanting to get back into church, but I don't know. I haven't been wanting to get back enough to actually go. It's just a thought that I have once in a while. So maybe church, I don't know. But the next couple days are actually supposed to be really light. Monday and Wednesday, I've got physical therapy for my neck. It's a pain in the neck. Haha. And then I got my club meeting the following, not this Saturday, but the Saturday after. So yeah, I've got some things going on, but not till later in the week, basically. And I'm actually really grateful. I've just got too much going on. So getting a little bit of a break for several days will be really nice. I know you guys, I've talked about this before about going over the mountain. I don't like it. It's just the closest town to south of me is about 35 minutes. And unfortunately, I was in Salt Lake City, not this last week, the week before. I was in Salt Lake City Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then Sunday, I went to Tremont, small little town, to my niece's house. We had our family dinner there. Oh, that's not good. That did not turn out the way it was supposed to. Well, I guess I should probably build it right then, right? Okay, anyway, I went to Tremont on Sunday for dinner, and then I had to go back to Tremont on Monday for physical therapy, then all the way down to Salt Lake City to drop off my son at the airport, which Salt Lake City is an hour and 45 away from me. So it's pretty far. And then Wednesday was physical therapy again. And then after physical therapy, I ran down to Ogden to Bunkster's Bricks like I was talking about. So I've spent a lot of days this week going over that mountain. So I'm also just grateful for the next couple of days I'm going to have to go over that mountain. And that's also where you lose cell phone signal, is when you're going over that mountain. And unless I'm crazy, which I am partially at least, Lego actually shorted me a piece. I do not see it in the bags down there. I am missing one of these right here. And it's not like that's a piece that you don't just miss. Well, shoot. That is, you know what? It's not missing. I put it in the wrong spot. Pardon me. Steve. Oh, John says to Steve, my dad's collection was Lionel. And Lionel is a very popular brand. In fact, I see people selling that at the shows that I go to. We have some vendors sell this kind of stuff. And I'm sorry, Greg, I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you about ready to say?
Just mumbling to myself.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry if I interrupt you. I'm certainly not trying to be rude. I know how to be rude if I want to be rude. I wasn't trying. Of course, if Miss Chip was here, she would say, because I do like giving her a difficult way to go about a lot of things. It's one of the beauty of being married for 27 years. You learn what you can get away with joking about and what you can't. And I have to admit, I'm surprised sometimes how tolerant she is. Yeah, but Dad gutted our collection before he died. The rest was worthless pretty much. Oh, I'm sorry, John.
Which upcoming Lego sets are you looking forward to?
Well, mostly the Speed Champions. Now, I was looking forward to the Orient Express, but it's already come out. The Natural History Museum is another one I was looking forward to, but it already came out. So I would say I'm kind of taking a breather right now for a little bit on all these different sets. What about you? What are you looking forward to?
The Ornithopter.
Okay.
Was you surprised to receive the modular early?
I was. It was actually really nice to get it early because I had time to put it together and display it at the show. And there was a young kid, maybe 9 or 10, at the show. And he follows Legos, obviously, because he was with his dad and he was real excited when he saw our layout and he saw the Natural History Museum. He's like, oh, man, that's the one that came out yesterday. And his dad didn't believe him. And his dad asked me, he goes, is that the one that came out yesterday? And I'm like, yeah. And, of course, I got it 3 days early, so I had it put together and ready to go. So I really did enjoy getting it early. Okay, so we need two. Okay, so we're just kind of putting the little trim work on this rail car, and this is a really long rail car. My goodness. All right. So in my live stream that I did late night, I promised those people that were watching that I would only build the track offline and do the rest online. And I kept my word. I did the 8 bags of the track, and I didn't think anybody would want to watch that because that's pretty boring. And I did just exactly what I said, and I've come back today to do some more of this. I'm actually really hoping that I can get. I'm hoping that 2 more live streams and this will be done.
You still got left the station platform to do.
I do. You're right about that, Greg. Oh, shoot. Got to pay attention to what I'm doing here. So hopefully I can, like I said, get a couple more bags and in tonight. And then I might be able to do a live stream tomorrow. It really just depends on what happens in the next couple hours. Depends on whether I'll be able to do it. I think there's a good possibility I'll be able to do a live stream tomorrow. And it'll be this one here. Just get her done, as they say. Let's see. John says, not for us railroaded. I love tracks. Yeah, I will admit though, building the brick built track was pretty dang boring. It wasn't that much excitement to it at all. All right, so we got to slap these on. And they did the trim difference on each side. I'll show you both sides again. So you can see here, we've got different placement of the brackets, less brackets on this side. And then we've got a little bit of area here that's panels instead of brick. We got the toad sitting here. Don't worry, I'm not getting ready to tell you I'm leaving for the day, because I'm not. I'm actually going to open another bag right now. Oh gosh. Do you know what Santa gave his reindeer that has stomach bug? The stomach bug to get better?
What?
Alka-Seltzer. That's bad. All right, here we go. I think this is Malvoy, if I remember right. I don't know. I don't know Harry Potter characters all that well. That was most of my kids that were into that. Well, I am having trouble finding my pieces. There we are. Okay, so we're basically just putting on the trim pieces here, which I imagine we're going to have to do something over here next. Or nope, they're not. They're taking us somewhere else. Oh my gosh. Why do Dasher and Dancer get to take so many coffee breaks?
What?
They are Santa's Starbucks.
What does Dasher do on the 366 days of the year?
I don't know.
He does DoorDash.
Okay.
Get it?
Oh, I do. That's pretty good.
64.
Do you know why Rudolph flies?
Why?
He never learned how to drive.
You know, you wonder why Rudolph has the red nose?
No.
It's a massive. It's a massive tumor.
All right. I mean, I never heard that before. All right. Oh, I messed that up. This goes on this side, and this goes on that side. Okay. I still got to do some work on my store tonight. I need to get better organized. I had a lot of inventory come in too fast, and it's all over my basement, and I got to organize it so that it's easier to find, because when I'm doing orders right now, it's taking me too long. I admit that. And if I had things more consolidated, it would take a lot less time. So I'm probably going to throw on my sweat jacket and go downstairs, because it is freaking cold up in here. Let me tell you.
Santa has a cramp on Christmas morning. He becomes Krampus.
All right.
Mm.
And Steve says to John, that's cool. I only own the one set. It still has all the original pieces, including the transformer and track power connector. The locomotive has a chip on the front end. Okay. Well, I'm kind of trying to read these jokes and decide which ones I want to say, but some of these are so dumb I won't even repeat them. My reputation's at stake after all. Yeah, you're probably thinking, what reputation? You're right. Anyway. I do like these train doors. I like how heavy they are and all that. And those don't usually last very long in my store when I have them. They pretty much disappear pretty quickly. Ugh, that does not want to stay. Hopefully it will. Okay, there we go. I also have one rare horse carrier car. I wish I had the box. Oh. Okay. I knew that was going to happen. Okay. Yeah, these doors do not want to stay on until they get something to clip them on the top. So, well, I did go out to dinner last night with Mrs. Bunkster's Bricks, the owner, and her husband. We talked about several things that we can do to help each other out, and I'll be selling a lot of pieces to them here shortly, and hopefully that'll help them out. They, like I was saying earlier, I traded some gifts with purchases for some brick, and also I co-signed, not co-signed, what do they call it? Consignment. Some of those other gifts with purchases that she didn't want for her own collection, but to sell. So I'm hoping that that goes well for her, because it'll go well for me too if it does. And Greg, Steve's asking you something here.
What is it?
He says, "How have you been?"
I'm all right. A person dressed up as Santa Claus for Halloween. Then he had a nightmare before Christmas.
Okay. Well, this is a really large rail car here.
You remember seeing the Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yes, that has Tim Burton, right?
Yeah.
That has been many years since I've seen it, but yes, I did see it. Tim Burton's all of his movies just have a certain flavor, or whatever you want to call it, to it, and I do like his movies. I'm not saying anything bad about them at all. I think they're good.
Beetlejuice 2 is going to come out.
Yeah, I heard that. That's kind of funny, because didn't Beetlejuice come out like 25, 30 years ago?
Yeah. Starring Lori Lightfoot.
Oh, the former mayor of Chicago.
That's the joke of it.
Oh,
Seriously, he's gonna make a second one.
okay. Well, she I don't mean to make fun of her, but Lori Lightfoot does look like her time on this earth has expired, although she's still here. So anyway, again, I wasn't really trying to make fun of her, but she does look. Well, what my dad would say is she's got one foot on a banana peel, the other one in the grave. But anyway.
I wish he made a third Batman movie.
Well, let's see. Steve says, I've seen A Nightmare Before Christmas and have it on DVD. Great movie. Love Beetlejuice. Yeah, just don't say his name 3 times. And he says Lightfoot looks worse than Beetlejuice. Yeah, she must look pretty bad.
Pete Buttigieg look like Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few memes with him in it. I don't really know, man. Okay. This is. Oh no. Wait a minute. How's that supposed to work? That does not work. That's my point. Okay, so yeah, I have that right. Okay. Because I did it wrong. It does fit. There we go. I honestly think that these train sets are really cool. And I'm not like one of these people that think they all have to be the same gauge or the same size, like 8 studs, 6 studs, 10 studs. I mean, I do think it'd be easier if they were, but I look at it this way. This train here is much like the Ultimate Collector series of Star Wars, where you got the regular Razor Crest set that came out that was like $100 something, and then you have the Ultimate Collector series one that was $500 or whatever it was. So, and they're different size, different detail, that kind of stuff, and I think that's just how Lego does it. And okay, well, I actually am missing a piece, so I'm missing a plate. I don't see it on here. But I'm almost. Oh, go ahead.
You don't feel bad as a wedge plate, though.
Well, I'm not going to say anything. I could have made a joke there, but since I do say I'm family friendly, I better not. I better be good. So, all right. So I'm going to have to finish this side off camera. And wait a minute. Okay, I see. Okay. But yeah, I will, after this live stream, I'll go grab that piece that's missing. I've got a few of them somewhere. And then I'll put the rest together. I'll put that together off screen. But let's see here. And I can't put this on because I'm missing that. So I think, yep, that'll put me at end of bag 24. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. I've been going for about an hour and a half. And, we did make some progress today. We got this coal tender completely done. Started it today and finished it today. And we got the passenger car, the first and only in this set, started. And so I think we got pretty far today. I appreciate your guys' support. Please hit the like button, subscribe. And like I said, most likely tomorrow night, I'll be continuing this set. So thank you, Greg, and thank you, everybody else. And I'll be good to each other. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.